Galactic Federation of Light Update, March 10, 2015. Formulic, 7 Se, 11ik. Selamadbalik. We come bringing you great news. The new banking system, which we have talked about from time to time, is quickly becoming an international reality. Meanwhile, the breakdown of the U.S. governing corporation continues. The world's nations understand more fully what this coming collapse truly means. A new economic and financial system is emerging, which puts the U.S. on a par with a number of nations in Europe, Asia, and the Western Hemisphere. This new set of realities is finally bringing an end to the highly distorted realities that governed your world during the first 6 decades of the post-World War II era. A new era is forming, which is to feature the rise of the Nasara governance in the U.S., as well as a whole slew of new governances in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Western Hemisphere. The highlight of this, in our minds, is disclosure. At that time, we can easily address you and permit you, at last, to see our ships in your daylight skies. We fully intend to support the global addresses of your ascended masters and the open interactions possible with your Agarthan relatives. You can then learn much about yourselves and your true history and origins. What is finally to happen on your world is going to preserve and protect your reality. Many years ago, we arrived and witnessed a society which can only be described as an unconscious and uncaring one. Over the last decade, your society has literally grown up. Even the most environmentally incorrect is now busily forging some sort of alliances with those who more deeply protect your many fragile habitats. These sudden shifts in every society on Gaia are a sign of how much your globe is currently shifting. While these changes are making a great dent in how your societies react to ecology, it is still only a beginning. Much needs to be done once we land en masse upon your world. Habitats for a great many animals and plants are still rapidly shrinking. You need to apply technologies that have the ability to alter the sorry circumstance. You as well need to use more informed reasoning about how to return a large part of your world to a more natural reality. You need to use technology to create a proper habitat and not to destroy it. On our worlds, the natural pristine nature of our surface and inner world realms is undisturbed by us. In fact, if someone was to suddenly appear unannounced on any of our worlds, their initial thought is probably to pronounce the world to be mostly uninhabited. This belief is something that mirrors an important corollary of our sacred laws. All life is sacred and needs to be preserved in its natural state of existence. This solar system was harshly invaded millions of years ago, and a horrible price was paid for this. What is required is for us to assist you and the heavenly Elohim in restoring this solar realm to its previous pristine state. Mars and Venus once contained major oceans, teeming with all types of life. These things need to be restored. Not only the vast oceans of these and other solar worlds, but as well the many types of unique phenomena currently lost. This rebirth is only one of the things that we need to do. There as well as the responsibility to mend the ties with a great number of non-corporeal beings residing deep within the inner world of your many gas giant worlds. As you can see, a great series of new responsibilities are to descend upon you as your consciousness returns. To us, these duties are sacred. When you become both planetary and solar guardians, you inherit a place of great beauty whose upkeep becomes your everyday duty. When you become a member of a science and exploration fleet, this set of duties vastly increase. We have been in this solar system for over 2 decades and are somewhat repulsed by how it was worked by the Anunnaki and their planetary minions. Most of all, we were repelled by how these beings in charge treated each of you millennia after millennia. From time to time, our ships had visited you and presented historical accounts of this ill treatment to a number of special fleet reports on the progress in this solar system. Heaven's call to us was at first shocking. Nevertheless, we listened and are here to serve you fully. We expect you to progress rapidly in the next year toward full consciousness by completely reordering the reality you now reside in. Hosanna! 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 Blessings. We are your ascended masters. We come with a sound reiteration of what was said so forthrightly by our family from space. Our earthly associates have created a new international funds transfer system. In addition, a number of changes were made to make all major banks Basel III compliant. These are only the beginnings of what is to be expected. The BRICS Group Development Bank is ready to come online and replace both the SWIFT system and the international status of the Federal Reserve and the IMF. This blessed development implies two things. First, international money transfers are no longer the concern of the banking system set up by the Dumbarton Treaty in 1944. Second, the Western banking criteria now used by the IMF is to be replaced by one more conducive to international development. These alterations are to make possible the easy transfers of large sums to kickstart the need to develop the infrastructure of your world. Both the undeveloped and the developed world require funds to either build or rebuild a vast network for water conservation and transportation. There is as well a need to give this realm the monies to construct a vast network for the educating of children and adults. For too long, governance has dumbed down or ignored this great responsibility. You are growing in consciousness and require the tools needed to understand fully what is happening across this globe. In addition, a special class filled with truly meaningful ecology lessons has to be taught to all. Previous prejudices against women and religion require an end. The Creator in truth made us one people. We need to blessedly obey this sacred edict and learn how to live together. All religions teach this great truth. We need to obey this globally. Consider how war, misplaced hatreds, and simple illogic have maintained these barriers. As you come together, be ever mindful of certain new responsibilities to keep your newfound humanhood, to maintain the integrity of nature's environments, and to be ready to help each other move forward. The new consciousness is to make you more spiritually aware of each other, and especially of the gifts freely given you by Gaia. This world needs to be respected and heartily cared for. This is divine grace in action. You are moving spiritually from a world run by uncaring ones to a realm guided by the caring, yourselves. This new reality requires a new attitude, and needs you to grow in how you are to use your new and expanding consciousness. Start every day with a firm purpose derived from your first set of meditations or prayer. Converse with others and set up a plan. The vital key is for every day to have a positive and spiritual purpose. In this way, you can really create miracles. Today, as always, we explored what is going on in this realm that you reside in. Learn to respect each other and the natural environment, which surrounds you. This world is quickly changing for the better, and truly astounding changes are literally moments away. Be ready and be conscious of these simple facts. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for be one. And be in joy. Channeled by Sheldon Neidl. www.paoweb.com